Hello. I hope you're having a really good day. Today, we're having fun once again. We're creating a wildcard draft for Gameweek 25 onwards. This is going to be the last wildcard draft if you make and use the wildcard right now. So we have to get it right. We're going to be picking players for double in Gameweek 25. We're going to address the blank in Gameweek 26. And we're going to prepare properly for everything that comes our way. If you enjoy the content and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. All of your help is very much appreciated. I like that when you interact with me and I interact with you. So yeah, I hope we have a proper conversation down in the comment section. Now let's begin. Addressing the double game week and the blank next week, the thing is that we need to focus on players that are having a good fixture run, because the only thing you're for certain is the good fixture run. The thing here is that 4 teams have a blank in Game Week 26, and those are Spurs, Chelsea and Liverpool. Those are good sides, so we have to have, let's say, 3 to 4 players from their side. If we have the goalkeeper, it's 4 to 5, but 3 to 4 outfield players, because you can always sell someone for Game Week 26 and be prepared for the game week, but ideally we will wrap ourselves around 3, and then you can address the changes as they go. The most important thing for that week is picking Manchester City players, as I believe they're going to be a very proper team going forward, and we're in the Manchester City run of form where they just destroy everyone and everything. So it's good to have a lot of players from their side. I know it's sometimes difficult to pick players from their side because they're not as nailed as other teams, but players like Haaland and Ederson for etc. can get in your side and be considered nailed. That's what we're going to get. First, we're adding the most used player right now for a captaincy option. That's Erling Haaland. I will be picking him for sure if I were you, either on a wild card, a free hit, just a regular transfer. He will be my top priority, as he's getting into form once again, and you will struggle a lot if you don't own Haaland, as the title race is as tight as ever. So City will need him, and if you believe that City are going to continue their form, I believe that it's going to be a great thing to invest in Haaland. Next up, we have one more player from City to go for. I lied, we have 2. First, we are going to go in midfield, and we are going to add Kevin De Bruyne. I know that there are some other expensive players you can invest in, but KDB in the next 2 game weeks have 3 fixtures, while players like Mohamed Salah can miss a lot of fixtures and just not be there. And player like Son is having only 1 fixture in the next compared to 3 fixtures that De Bruyne is having. So KDB is an easy transfer out for Son, for example, but for now you need him, especially for the double up. He got rested during Game Week 24 against Everton, so I believe he's in a very good place to be picked. And the final guy that I'm going to add to the Manchester City lineup is Nathan Ake. He has been, as you can see, the most used defender of their side, and he's giving some assists. I believe it's time for him to score a goal once again, and I believe even if you own him for 2 of the next 3 fixtures, that's going to be enough for you, especially if you consider Game Week 26 as a potential game week to target players outside of the blanking players. As already mentioned, I'm adding him back. Next, we're going to focus on the other great side that's having a double up, that's Liverpool. For me, 2 players from Liverpool is more than enough at the minute, because you will need to address the absentees. Maybe you can transfer out someone in the next game week, but for now we're going to add them. I'm adding back Darwin Núñez. For me, in the absentee of Salah and most probably Jota is having a niggle or something with his minor limping off. That's not confirmed, but I prefer Darwin Núñez. He's on penalties. He's always in the right position. Jota is, to be fair, as well, but I believe Darwin Núñez is coming into form, and I believe he is the player to own at the minute. And the final guy here that we're going to add is Alisson. I know that Alisson has missed Game Week 24, but he's going to be ready for 25, and I believe he is the right way to address the Liverpool defense at the minute, as the other option for me is Van Dijk. If you're looking to buy someone, yeah, Alisson is hell of expensive, but you get a lot of things when you get Alisson. You save from, he's basically the cheapest Liverpool defender that way set. If you see Virgil, he is on 82 points and he's way more expensive. As you see Trent, yeah, he's on more points, but he's 3 million almost above Alisson. So for me, Alisson Becker is the best cover you can get for Liverpool. And the good thing is that you can bench him for game week 26, where he's blanking. And going into game week 26, looking at the fixtures, maybe not picking Dubravka. Dubravka is not a good player to pick at the moment. The other guy is Areola. Next up, let's see the fixture difficulty rating just to address, but let's be real. So Newcastle have okay, Arsenal, Wolves, yeah, they have an okay fixture run, while West Ham, yeah, they have an okay fixture run as well. So I will be picking the cheaper one basically. So we go here, we go to Areola, he's 4.2, Dubravka, he's 4.2. So we're picking let's pick Dubravka. I believe, but we can pick a Newcastle defender while, no, I'm picking Areola. I'm not picking anyone else from West Ham, and I don't want to cover myself away from getting other good players. So we have our 2 Liverpool assets, we have our 3 City assets, so our team is well prepared for game week 25 for the double ups from both sides. The thing here that I'm going to add, and I thought a lot about it, it's Doughty. And you're going to say why he's having a blank in game week 26. That's true, but it's okay to put him on the bench. After that, it's Villa, okay, one more game week to be benched, but then Palace, Bournemouth in one game week, and Forest after that. So I believe that's a good reason to pick Doughty. He can play in game week 25, you can even bench him, but you will be prepared for the double up in game week 28, and that's what we already know for sure, that in game week 28 we're going to have a double up for them. So picking a defender and not wasting your transfers for defenders ahead is a very, very solid thing to do. I thought a lot about Ivan Toney and going forward, but yeah, let's look at the fixtures. So picking the fixtures, Brentford, they're not in the best run of fixtures, but he's having a game in game week 29. He's having a game against a shaky West Ham side. Even though you own the goalkeeper of West Ham, I believe he can be a great addition here. Picking Solanke is also an option, but he plays City in game week 26. Picking a striker from Brighton is tough. From Palace as well. From City we already own 3 players. From Wolves maybe, but their striker just got injured. From Sheffield, no. Maybe Højlund for United is a good contention. I will add Højlund. He has been scoring a lot of goals, and that's why I'm adding Rasmus Højlund here. He is a very solid pick, or looks like it. Yeah, they place teams like Luton, Fulham, then City, okay, but then it's Everton, Sheffield, Brentford, teams that are conceding a lot of goals. Maybe the game against Sheffield won't happen, but you are prepared up until the end of the season. They do not have a lot of tough fixtures. Okay, let's be real, they play a lot of tough teams, but a lot of easy runs as well. So Rasmus Højlund is going to be the third striker, and we're not picking anyone from Brentford. I'm sorry, Ivan Toney owners or anything. I'm not saying that he's a bad pick, but I just prefer not owning him at the moment. And you can always sell Darwin for game week 26 if you believe that this is going to be an issue and target someone else. For me, Solanke is a great option. If you're going to sell Darwin for Solanke, Watkins is a great option, by the way. Why I'm not picking Watkins? That's a good question. Okay, Okay, I'm adding back Højlund. Let's see how he plays. Again, and again. So he picked 6.8 points, 10, 11, so good points overall. I believe that he can continue racking up some goals, so he will remain to the side. I do not own a Villa player at the moment, but they're a little bit shaky, if I have to be honest. And you can always sell Darwin for him, and then just for game week 28 maybe prepare with Solanke for Højlund. So we will have that in mind, but for now we are picking those 3 as our forward line. And we're going and moving forward with the assignments. Good teams that are playing right now at the moment. Immediately adding Saka. immediately adding is Timber back soon? We're immediately adding Gabriel, let's be real, he's not going to get replaced so soon. So we need players from Arsenal, let's be honest, they are in a good form, they are looking alright, they're title contenders, and I'm not afraid to pick players from their side. We are now going to pick our... let's see the fixtures for Gameweek 25. We're targeting, so Burnley here, Fulham for Villa, okay. We're going to target Pascal Gross for sure. He's at the moment on penalties. Brighton are scoring goals. I believe that Gross is a solid pick to be selected in your squad, and he can cover for 26 when he plays Everton. So that's good there. What other teams? United were already covered. Maybe Newcastle. Newcastle were a great shout out. Like, look at that fixture run, they're doing alright. Spurs, we're going to get Son pretty soon, so I'm not investing in Spurs at the moment. Chelsea are not having the best fixture run, but Palmer is on penalties, but I don't think it's worth it, so we're going for Gordon. I'm picking Gordon here as he is doing well, he's performing well, and yeah, he is an amazing player. Next up, we're adding our final player, that's James McCarthy in midfield. He's on penalties when McBurney, I believe, is on field, so that's a good thing, and I believe that he can do a lot of good things. He's scoring goals, he's playing regular minutes, as you can see, almost every game starting. So James McCarthy is our bench filler option, and he can cover for Darwin if you don't want to sell him, as we already bought Dowdy and we have more players. We have 6 players for the double up next week. That's going to be our defense, but for game week 26, a defender from Wolves is a good thing to own, so I'm picking Dawson back. He's in my team already, but I'm selecting him as he is a very solid player. And the final guy here that we're going to pick is going to be none other than Jared Brentwaite. Oh my god, I closed it. Can I restore that? I don't think so. Sorry guys, I'm going to quickly add the team back. So we are removing these guys, basically anyone from here. Oh my god, sorry. How can I close it? That was so stupid of me. Sorry. Yeah, that was unnecessary. So we go to Becker, we go to Areola, we go for Ake, we go for De Bruyne, we go for Gross, we go for Gordon, we go for Højlund, we go for McCarthy, we go for Dauchi, we go for Gabriel, and finally we're going to go for Jared Brentwaite as he's the... Oh no, we can go for Van Hecke. Yeah, we're going to use... Yeah, okay, I'm going for Van Hecke. Yeah, he has been playing really well for Brighton, and he has been racking a lot of minutes. So yeah, we already have our wildcard here. Team, I know we have a lot of money in the bank, but you can go from Darwin to Watkins immediately. You can go from Højlund to Solanke, you can go from KDB to Saka, to Son. You can do a lot of good things after game week 26, so you have 2 transfers after that, so that's a good reason to do the transfers. Next week you're going to play your double ups plus Gabriel. You're going to add the 4 midfielders apart from McCarthy and the 3 players. Your captain will be Haaland and you will be Gucci. I believe that wildcard draft is a pretty solid one. Sorry for making it twice basically. I hope that this wildcard helps you because it helps my perspective for sure when I pick the players and I choose I just know who the better transfers for a game week and going forward are when I see a wildcard draft. If you are not targeting using the wildcard, that's fine, but I like to do those drafts as it's a perspective to see where my team can go at the minute. Maybe you want to use your triple captains in Game Week 25, that will stop you from using the wildcard, but yeah, I want to have you covered. If you don't own Haaland, you're not using a triple captain either way, so yeah, you can own Haaland pretty easily. You have a great cover up for Game Week 26. We do not own a lot of players. You can always go from Baker to Van Dijk instead of Van Hecke and just pick another solid goalkeeper, but I don't see a reason to do so. For me, Alisson Becker is a perfectly fine goalkeeper. I know it's a lot of money, but you are investing a lot of money in a Liverpool player nonetheless, so why not pick the most nailed one and the one you can bench in game week 26. You have Doughty and you have Darwin that you can bench as well, and you have even one more bench option, so you have a lot of options. Be prepared. I know that I'm not owning any Villa players, or yeah, that's basically it, non-Villa players, but I can always replace Højlund for Watkins or for Tony or for whoever you like. Just have this as a guide, and I believe it's going to be good. I do not own Spurs players as they have only one game, and it's against Wolves here. They are going to score, but you can just use a double transfer after that and get Son. Have in mind that he's playing in Gameweek 29 as well, so that can be a good thing. From this team, not a lot of players are going to play in Gameweek 29, so this means that you are most probably going to use your free hit then. But that's not such a big loss, because you have a lot of players with doubles going ahead, like Ake, Gabriel, Van Hecke, Dawson, Gordon, Gross, De Bruyne, Saka, Højlund, Darwin, Haaland, Alisson. They're still in the FA Cup competition, so there is a high possibility that you are going to have the double ups. So yeah, be prepared for those as well with that draft. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe. My goal is to reach 700 subscribers before the end of the season. That will mean the world to me. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.